Good afternoon, everyone. Today's Tuesday, April 6, 2021. The time.
3:01.
Oh, yeah, the time is 3:01 p.m.
We have an issue with our clocks not
that's
being
right.
right, and so we're just trying to be a little more accurate.
Anyway, this is a continuation of our fiscal year 22 budget review for the BOCC departments. Today we're doing juvenile detention, and attending our commissioners Duncan, Brooks, and Fillios. Any changes to the agenda?
Nope.
Hearing none. Who's leading us off? Director JT, you're standing aside for this one, huh? You're being groomed.
Yes.
Take it away.
I'm sure going to give it my best shot. Well, good afternoon, Commissioners. Eric Sheffield here with Juvenile Detention, here with Director Taylor and Assistant Director Haas. So thank you for reviewing our proposed budget. We worked hard to keep projected expenses flat with our current budget. In fact, the only overall increase is due to our mandated triennial pre-audit, and we're also recertifying all of our staff in first aid, AED, and CPR. That expense comes every 2 years, and they both happen to be hitting us in 2022. The budget summary sheet that you have before you reflects those costs. We're not requesting any additional personnel or capital expenditures this year. We did, however, submit a 5-year plan to replace our aging fleet, with hopes of replacing the first vehicle in that fleet in 2024. So with that, we hope you approve of the budget, but we're here to answer any questions that you may have.
Well, speaking of 2024, so would that be one vehicle, and then you have?
Yes, and then in succession vehicles after that, that would be our first.
Okay, and how many total?
We have 5 in that plan,
Okay.
and the first one is a 2003 Astrovan.
Wow.
So that kind of gives you an idea of where we're starting, but they're very low mileage vehicles, but we get concerned about the age and decomposition of parts and things like that. So.
Sure. You can't really get stuck on the side of the road with
Right.
kids in there.
No,
so.
no, they're fully equipped for transport, so it's all about public safety.
Okay. What else?
Have you actually had any breakdowns while you were on the road?
No, fortunately we haven't. You know, we have a great shop right, next to us, and we have the red tag, black tag, maintenance, and we have a great maintenance crew. We keep our vehicles. We actually, on night shift, we actually cycle through those vehicles to keep them running because we're just not doing any transports right now. So they're sitting for long periods of time. So we have our staff actually taking those out on a short run on a rotational basis to keep them lubricated and in good working order. So we stay ahead of those, and knock on wood, we haven't.
How many kids currently in detention?
Well, we're low right now. We're under 10. I think when I left we were at 9. And that's very uncharacteristic, and we're going to blame everything on COVID. Because when we do our projections, really, we take a peek back, to kind of project forward, and we're projecting about 26 youth in 2022 on average. So 9 is very, very low. So we're kind of expecting that wave to hit, and we're just preparing for it.
I'm not familiar what your age range is.
Well, typically they're about 10 years up to, and that's pretty young, up to their 18th birthday. So if they're sentenced beyond their 18th birthday, unfortunately for them, we pack up their stuff at midnight and get them in one of those transport vehicles.
Oh, happy birthday, and
I
here
know,
you go into adult
right?
population.
Yeah.
Wow. Don't be in jail on your birthday. Don't go to jail.
No, that happens, probably 3 or 4 times a year.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
So now with COVID, the kids are at home. Is that it? They're under the custody of their parents?
No, the courts are just handling these cases a little bit differently right now. I don't think there's a lack of, in other words, I don't think the kids are behaving any better than they did. So I really feel like there's a sort of a backlog, and that's gonna, as the courts start to open and become, and they've been fully functional. We just haven't been attending those hearings, downtown. But we expect that, it must be, COVID related.
So you're
It's
just
very, very unusual.
waiting for the sentencing, essentially, from the
Yes.
crimes that have already occurred? Okay. And then I guess it's good that your population's low, because my understanding is you're doing some heavy recruiting right now?
We are, yeah, so if you know of anybody. We are doing some serious recruiting. We're down 4 positions right now, but we feel it's, very important at this time to, because our training process, it takes a couple months really to get somebody on board. Our training is 7 weeks, plus, so there's quite a learning curve. So, we're hoping to get those positions filled. We have one we offered, made a conditional offer to.
Good.
And one in backgrounds, and we have an ad that just hit the paper recently.
Okay.
And all those other sources. So,
Sure.
Any other questions for Eric or staff?
I don't think so.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Well, appreciate your time. Thank you very much, Commissioner.
You bet.
All right, you guys.
Good job, as usual.
Thank you.
Public comment. Hearing none. 3:09, meeting adjourned. Thank you.